Hey guys, welcome back to my channel modestlye. My name is Edith, and if you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. You've just come across a girl who is in her last year of her 20s and who is looking or trying to make the best of it. Last week I shared a video on basically how I wanted to essentially document my last year of me being a 20-something and see everything I can get done and see how I can basically change narrative for my 30s. So essentially I decided to start this series called Almost 30. And while on this journey, I wanted to share everything with everyone and just put it all out there. Well, not all out there, but I wanted to share my journey, my experiences, the lessons, vlogs of me trying new things, and just, motivate you if you're going through this same transition phase or any transition phase you're going through in life. I hope I can just be motivational for you. Last week, when I posted a video, throughout the week I had a couple of people contact me and reach out to me and just wanted to talk about this transition phase, and we had such motivational conversations, such inspiring conversations, and I just realized that I must be doing something right. This is something that is needed. People want to talk about 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. People want to talk about not having a husband at this age, the struggles they're going through, how life seems like nothing is going on. And, there's so much going on in this phase and so much that people place on us that we need to have done by this point or have started. And so essentially that is what I'm going to be talking about and sharing and motivating you guys about. So, I'm doing something right. So let's get into it. This week, I wanted to start from the fundamentals. I wanted to start from the basics. Like, I wanted to lay the foundation right. I wanted to make sure that the groundworks of everything for the next couple of months and my whole decade that is to come be sturdy, right? So I've decided to implement a protocol on my life, rules that I'm going to abide by. There's several, but today I'm going to talk about one, and maybe the next video I'm going to mention the others, but because this is the main one, this is the biggest one of them all. I'm planting fundamental routines that I believe is very important for me to be the woman that I want to be in the next decade, the woman, or actually the best version of myself in the next decade, starting from today. And it's crucial. It's necessary. People say, if you want to be something, if you want to see change in your life, right, you have to do something different. So that's what I'm doing different. I'm being disciplined. I'm implementing rules. So let's talk about what rule I'm actually implementing. So I just want to say that in order to know where your life is supposed to go, right, you need to get back to the basics, get back to the manual, get back to the creator of life. So I've decided that every morning my first conversation will be with God. Every morning, no doubtedly. Not my phone, not the people on the other end of my phone, not my family, nada, nada, nada. Every morning, my first conversation is with God. And when I say conversation, I literally mean conversation, but in different various type of forms. So I just want to touch upon it and see and share what I'm going to be talking about. I'm talking about worshiping in the morning. Worshiping is like letting God know He is God, or letting God know that I join all other creatures and all of your creations and all together recognize you as God. We come to your heavenly place. So that could be like elevation worship, that can be like Ghanaian worship, that can be like praise, just anything that says I exalt thee, O Lord. Anything that's like, you are great. Anything that says, how great thou art. Those kind of lifting God up high type of songs is worshiping. So I decided that I'll do that every morning, get into worship 5-10 minutes, regardless, whatever it is, I'll do worship. Also, there's praying. And praying, people always think it's like so formal, get on my knees and just be like, Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. But prayer is more than that. Prayer that is a template for prayer, but prayer is really more than that. Prayer is a conversation. Prayer is where I talk to God and let him know, hey, this is what's up, this is what's happening, this is how I feel, this is, let me know what, like, what's going on, what am I doing wrong, what am I thinking that's wrong, what do I need to change, you know? How do I align myself? Like, having conversations with God helps you align yourself with who you are to be, like the actual version that he wanted you to be or created you to be. So prayer can come in the form of writing it down. That's something I've been doing. I've been writing down my prayers. I basically take 30 minutes and I just write everything on my heart. It's like, it's kind of therapeutic also, because I share everything with God, like things I can't talk to anybody about, things that I'm like so ashamed to even share with somebody because I feel like I'll be laughed at. You know, with God, I'm just like, this is what it is. This is how I feel. This is why I'm crying. This is why I'm sad. This is why I'm happy. I feel jealous. I'm upset. You know, I literally let him know. And I just release it. He's my friend, you know, and he's going to guide me. And I'm gonna say he a lot, but I actually don't believe that God is a he. I believe God is just God, right? If you say Jesus is he, that's a completely different thing. But God is God, and he's not a he and he's not a she. He's just God's. But I'm gonna say he because that's what we're so used to. We always say he, but I really mean just God, right? So as I was saying, we're talking about prayer, writing it down, that really helps. And I've also started this thing where I make a list the night before, and I say I'm gonna pray for about I'm gonna thank God, you know, or I'm going to pray about for protection throughout my day, or pray for guidance. And I just make a list. I pray for Johnny, and I pray for Depp, and I'll pray for, you know what I'm saying, people I want to pray for. And I set a timer and I go 5 minutes each prayer, and I just talk to God about each thing on the list, right? I make sure I include worship. I make sure I include thanks. I make sure I include gratitude in my prayers. And next thing you realize, you've been talking to God for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and it's crazy. You think you can't do it, but it so can be done. I tried it this week, and it worked. I was like praying for like 30 minutes, and it's not necessarily like on my knees. I just had a little space at my desk. 5 minutes, I covered my head, made it a small secluded place for me and my God, and we just talked, right? And it's beautiful. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is meditating. I have never meditated before, but I've been learning that meditating is crucial in conversation with God, because when I talk to God, I need to create room for him to talk to me as well, for him to inspire me to hear an answer. And meditation is essentially that. It's me taking his word. He's already given us a basic manual, which is the Bible, where he tells you this is this and that is that. But meditation is like taking it back to him and being like, so what do you really mean about this? What's going on here? You said this and that. Why don't I say it in my life? God, talk to me. And just being there and giving him time to like inspire you, right? Just it's like a channel for God to talk to you. Just give him time, right? Just spending time in his presence. It's like, if I can say, sitting at his feet and waiting to hear something. If I can say that. But that's something I'm also going to implement. Like I said, listening is crucial. We always talk, but we don't listen. That's how you get guidance. That's how you get knowledge. That's how you get inspiration. Listening can come from nature. Listening can come from seeing how, noticing patterns, can come from friends. Guys, I even heard God through a show. I remember I had this friend, and I was like, there is no way. It was very close, or a very close person. And I was like, there's no way I will ever forgive you. Like, nada. I'm not forgiving you. I'm cutting you out of my life. What you did was, there's no point to our friendship. Like, there was nada. And I was like, I'm not reading the Bible. I'm not listening to any sermons. I'm not, because I don't want to forgive this person. And I was like, let me binge watch a show. And so I don't even remember the name of the show. It's some random show on Netflix. And I watched the whole season. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, Lord, did you just really tell me? I watched this whole thing, and what I got out of it is go forgive the person. Like, forgiveness was the whole show. Like, I was like, God does really speak. When he wants to give you a message, he will, if if you talk to God and he has a message to give you, he will make sure you receive it. Like, the moment that show told me like I need to go forgive, I was like, it's a done deal. God gonna try. God gonna make me forgive regardless. Like, why am I fighting this? If I don't do it, it's gonna be another way. He's just gonna keep haunting me. But yeah, so worshiping, praying, meditating, listening, journaling. Journaling has been great to me. Like, I can't afford therapy. I can't I don't have that kind of money to be talking to somebody. So what I do is I journal. And in my journaling, it's actually talking to God. Like, he's my therapist. I share everything. Literally open up and share everything. I'm now asking what's the difference between my journal and my prayers. But there is a difference. Journaling, I record everything. Like, I say my dreams. If I had a dream the night before, I get up and I write about it. I try to say what it means, everything. If if I need, I just write everything, like, literally I express my deep darkest feelings, everything. I just write it out. But like, in the presence of God though, like, I don't do it out of his presence. I don't see, like, I feel like I've journaled out of his presence, and journaling in his presence are two different things. There's so much you learn and hear, and it's just another channel to hear from God. Because what happens is my prayers are also in my journal. So when I go back and I look through and I remember, oh, I see, oh, March 2019, I was praying to get this person in my life. I was praying that I needed help for this. And then you're just like crossing it out, like, God answer this, God answer this, God answer this. And if I did not memorialize these prayers, these moments, right, I wouldn't be able to go back and remember what God has done for me. So what journaling does for me is great. It makes me realize there is a God, and God is really at work in my life on the smallest of scales. We're always looking for a huge miracle, like God saving me from jumping off the cliff, or saving me when I actually jumped off the cliff and he held me and put me right back. We're waiting for those kind of miracles, but in our daily lives, there's these little things that God is doing, and you're just like, there's nobody else. There's no way anybody else was doing it. So that's one thing: worshiping, praying, meditating, listening, journaling, and one more. It's kind of a duo: singing and dancing. When you go to a concert or anything of the sort, and you're singing or dancing because you are this artist's biggest fan, and you will let them know you are their biggest fan. I feel like singing and dancing is also a form of conversation, or form of communication, where I'm letting God know, hey, I am your biggest fan. Like, I will sing for you and I will dance for you, and I'll let everybody know that you is the bomb, right? So these are forms that I want to implement in my life, forms of conversations, forms of communication I want to implement in my life. To have with God every morning. I'm not going to do everything every morning. I'm going to pick and choose, put the pieces together, however it works. But every morning, hands down, talk to God every day. Ask for guidance. Show me what you want me to do today. How do you want me to live my life today? This is my schedule. These are my plans. But God, what are your plans? What goes out? What should stay? What do you want me to do? That way, day by day, I can see God guiding me to be the woman he has created me to be, and not the woman that I think I should be. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I've been a dog chasing its tail for a very long time, and why not do something different? Like they do say, if you want to see a difference in your life, or if you want to see something different, you got to make a change. I don't know. I think I totally screwed up that quote, but there is something like that. If you really want to see a difference in your life, you have to do something new, do something different. Or if you want to see a change in your life, you got to do something different. Point is, do something to get something. You got to change what you did so you can get different results. And that's what I'm doing. I don't want to continue being that dog chasing its tail. My creator, my God, did say that he has plans for me. He has good thoughts of me, right? Plans to prosper me and not to harm me. Plans to give me hope and a future. So would it not make sense to go to him or to go to God and be like, hey, you said you got plans for me. What's up? You say you have good plans for me. Why don't I see it? Where are these plans? Set me up. What path should I take? Where should I go? What should I do to reach these destinations that you have for me? You created me and you know where I belong. So help me get there. So like I said, this is essential, basic, fundamental, laying down the groundwork, right? Trying to get it right this time. Like the 30s is time to get things done, not time to be like all confused and not knowing what you're doing. We gotta get it right. So why not use my last year before entering to set certain protocols, principles that need to be with me the rest of my life. Along with that goes brushing my teeth before going to bed. Yo, I need a nighttime routine, okay? Washing my face before going to bed, drinking lots of water. I'm getting disciplined, yo. There's some stuff that I need to implement that are very, very crucial to becoming the best version I can ever be. And like it took a moment to say last time, I'm gonna say it again this time, and just really take 5 seconds to ponder over it. And as I stated, if you're in the same phase, why don't you stay with me and just realize and just think about it and see what's up. What are you feeling, right? I'm almost 30. This statement always hits home because I remember being 13 yesterday. Like, it was just yesterday that I turned 13 and I was happy that I was a teenager. Like, finally I was a teenager. And long ago, I stopped being a teen like almost a decade ago, right? 18, 19. It's crazy. I stopped being a teen a decade ago. I've lived a whole decade as a grown woman, or a young adult, I would say. And those years flew by, but those years flew by so quick, right? And it makes me feel like I don't have any more time to waste, right? And I gotta get things done. I gotta get things rolling. And if you are in the same phase in life and can relate, guys, comment, like, share. Let me hear from you. You can send me an email. You can contact me on Instagram. I just want to talk about this. I want to hear people's stories. I want to hear what people did, how life changed, what happened at 29, what happened at 30, what happened at 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, you know? I need to know that I'm not alone out here on this journey. And I believe there's people out there. Like I said, people have reached out, but I want to hear more. I love these conversations. So if you want to see how this turns out, go ahead, hit the subscribe button and follow along on my journey. And let's see how this goes. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.